Hey guys, Zane here, and I'm sure many of you, like me, played through this new quest and were surprised how much lore was revealed so fast. Today, we're going to go over this information and talk about what it means for the world of Genshin at large, and also my story predictions going forwards. Two things before we get into it though. The first is that this video will have heavy spoilers for the quests, so, play that if you care. If not, feel free to stick around. The second is that canonically, Lumine is the leader of the Abyss, and Aether is the protagonist. And so that's what I'll be referring to them as, but the lore still applies even if you choose the other character. It's just switched around. So if you chose Lumine as your main protagonist, Aether's the villain. Now, most of this quest lore reveals happen near the end, but we still get a few tidbits before the final scene. The one that I want to highlight is the idea that the Abyss Order is trying to make a man-made god to topple Celestia. Putting aside the coolness factor of a metal god fighting other massive gods, this is important because it spells out the Abyss's plan almost perfectly. The Abyss Order aims to destroy the gods, and by proxy, destroy Celestia itself. This is also supported by the cutscene and dialogue we get near the end of the quest. For me, of course, I chose Aether's, and so this is Lumine saying this. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. She's not going to stop until she's either dead or Abyss has destroyed everyone in Celestia. So, why does the Abyss Order aim to destroy all the gods? Well, the gods aren't exactly perfect people. And although we've gotten to know some of the Archons, their underlings, the gods of Celestia are a different beast entirely. When they saw that Karndra was thriving on its own without the gods ruling over them, they struck it down, and its inhabitants were turned into monsters. Although we know Venti didn't play a part in destroying Karndra, he woke up shortly after the destruction, Zhongli might have been involved on orders from the gods. We don't know. We don't even know his connection to them, really. All we know is he serves as a sort of underling to them. All of the Archons do. For why? No idea. Maybe one day we'll figure that out, but until then, we're in the dark. Now, Dainsleif was one of those inhabitants of Conria that escaped, and for failing to defend against the gods, he was cursed to forever wander the world. This, along with a few other small hints, all point to Dainsleif being the Bloodstained Knight, referenced in the Bloodstained Chivalry artifact set. This has several lore implications if it's true, and it would all but confirm that Conria is the Spiral Abyss, and let's talk about why that's important. If Conria is the Spiral Abyss, then several puzzle pieces fall into place. The biggest of them would be the backstory behind the Hilichurls. The first big waves of them appeared 500 years ago when Conria was destroyed by the gods, and during that time an alchemist named Gold is said to have gone mad, his actions leading to the creation of the monsters that followed in the wake of Conria's destruction. We know Hilichurls have a very strong tie to the Abyss. Heck, the Abyss mages even speak their language. And if the Abyss and Conria are the same, it would only follow that Hilichurls are citizens turned monsters due to gold. I don't know about you, but I've killed a lot of Hilichurls, so if this is true, no doubt our main characters have a lot of blood on their hands. This also explains one huge question we all walked away from at the ending of the quest. Why did Dainsleif and Lumine fall out? Dainsleif clearly wants the gods gone, and so does the Abyss Order. Their goals align almost perfectly, yet he thwarts their every attempt. Assuming he's the Bloodstained Knight, the events play out roughly like this. The pair go down to the Abyss, and there they fully realize what happened to the people of Conria. Lumine pledges herself to the Abyss with the goal of overthrowing the gods who caused this, while the Knight doesn't wish to fight them. This is supported by dialogue we get with Dainsleif during the quest, where he tells us not to defy the gods, but not to trust them either, putting him at odds with Lumine's ideology of destroying them entirely. Lumine tries to convince him to join her, appealing to his sense of chivalry, but he was a knight no longer. The second he turned away from Lumine in the Abyss, he went from the Bloodstained Knight to Dainsleif. This is what the text refers to when it says the Bloodstained Knight met his end. It was not a true death, but instead a transformation. The knight died, and in his place, Dainsleif was born. So, to recap, Dainsleif feels the best course of action is just to keep away from the gods and not provoke them, while Lumine is trying to take the fight directly to them and eradicate them. It's important I make clear the fact that even though Lumine is heading the Order, they've still done some unsavory things, which their motivations don't seem to fully align with. For example, the Abyss Order was behind the attack on Diluc and by proxy Mondstadt during his story quest, and we never really get any justification for that. Fringe cases aside, though, a lot of the Abyss Order's actions make a lot more sense with context of trying to overthrow the gods. I'd go as far as to wager that at some point we'll be joining the Abyss Order in some capacity to take down Celestia, if what our sibling had to say is any indicator. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. Lumine. That's all I have for you guys today, but be sure to like and subscribe, and hit that bell too, so you can catch my next video covering Hilichurl societies, and their potential origins. Have a good one, y'all. Bye-bye.